Protectors, thank you for joining us for our August Tailgate Talk. And with us this evening, we have our CEO, John Sypek, here to discuss finishing strong in 2017. But first, I have some exciting news to share with you. In the upcoming months, we will be changing our Tailgate Talks just a little bit. Based on your feedback, we will be doing shorter 3-minute Tailgate Talks, and you'll be seeing them a little more often on a bi-weekly basis. So we're very excited for that. Stay tuned for those coming soon in September. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into this Tailgate Talk with finishing strong in 2017. And my first question for you, John, is how have we done so far this year in terms of reaching our goals?
Thanks, Brandy. Good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Great to be back with you in August talking about how we've done through July. And the question of how we've done so far is I think we've had a very strong year. And I'm going to start off with the all-important category of safety because that's what we do. And we've had a great first half of the year. We've carried it into the first month of the second half, that being July. And as we sit here today in August, we've got a very strong month going in August in terms of number of incidents, meaning accidents or injuries. And I think each and every one of the protectors, that's really living up to the name. Taking care of the clients, taking care of yourself, taking care of the motoring public. And you've done a great job. Do we have them still? Yes. Are some of them foolish or, I classify as not really paying attention? Yes. But overall, we've seen great improvement from last year. And we always have to remember we're busier than last year. So that's a great combination. On the revenue side, we're ahead of revenue goals. We had a strong budget this year. We put a budget asking for about 12 to 14% improvement in revenue, and we're surpassing that. We're about $4 million ahead of revenue, $138 million on a goal of about $134. So it's great to see that safety is doing very well and growth is doing very well. And that combination of growth is through organic growth happening right at the facilities that you work at. We're seeing some expanded geographic territories. We've opened up some new facilities this year in Texas, Delaware, among a few of them. And then some new services that we're bringing on board. Carolinas is looking at some DOT type work, things that they learned from our brothers and sisters in Texas. So those things are coming together right now, and we're starting to have a good year in growth. And then the final one is EBITDA or profit, and we're having a solid year. We're still not at goal, but I'm very encouraged by the July results where we did beat goal after a couple months of falling behind goal. We made up some ground in July, and I'm confident that will continue through the rest of the year.
That's great. So my question for you is, for the rest of 2017, what do we need to keep doing or do to finish strong?
Yeah, I think it's a very simple answer to that question. Let's keep doing what we're doing. I think we're truly embracing that we are protectors. That is our role in the marketplace. Our customers are starting to understand that. That's a message that we talk to them each and every time we have that opportunity. And we're really trying to educate and train all of you, all the management team, to really understand their roles in protecting our customers' time and their business and their people. And I think if we continue to live in that spirit and live up to that responsibility, we'll continue to have a very strong year. We need to do the job in terms of safety. We need to continue to do exactly what we're doing right now, improving every month, helping each other out, being the advocate for our crewmates, pointing things out when we need to point them out, and we need to continue to take care of our customers. We do those type of things as well as the efficiency type of things that are going on in terms of getting to the job on time, getting to the job from point A to point B the quickest way we can. We'll have a good finish to this year.
That's great. My final question for you this evening is, do you have any tips or any words of wisdom to give our protectors of what they can do to finish the year strong?
Yeah, I think it's, number one, we really have to understand our roles and responsibility as protectors. And I'm going to keep coming back to that theme. And if you truly take care of that client and understand that your role and responsibility, I think some of us still think that we're flaggers, and I want to change that to that term that you are protectors.
Right.
You are not flaggers. Flaggers to me is hired help that goes out to a zone and stands there and takes no responsibility for what's going on. A protector understands the responsibility and the commitment that you have made to the client to protect that contractor or that employee of the client, and to protect the motoring public that's going through your work zone, and to protect the fellow crewmate or crewmates that may be working in that work zone. I actually, every day I come back and forth to work, I drive down one street called Brunerdale, and we have about 6 flaggers, protectors, working on that zone. And to see them, the teamwork that's going on early in the morning, as I drive by, they're setting up that zone. When I go home in the evening, they're taking down that zone. And even during the day, making customer calls, I see them working out there. And it's truly an AWP story of those individuals working together, taking care of our major client up here in Northeast Ohio, taking care of the motoring public that a lot of cars are going through that zone each and every day. And we have to understand that you have a great responsibility to the client, to the customer. Our job would be so much easier, all of our jobs, if you showed up on time and you did what you were trained and educated to do. That means getting out of the truck and not sitting in the truck when you think no one's looking. That means staying off the cell phone, staying off social media when your job responsibilities ask you to pay attention to what's going on in your surroundings. Mm-hmm. If we do those basics, we will have a great finish. And the last thing I think when you ask that question, mm-hmm. and I think we really need to move and I'm going to do a lot of work with our management team and with you, is to really make this a better company in terms of respecting one another out there, respecting each one of our positions. Respect my position, and I respect your position, and that we respect each other's position, and then we respect the individuals that are in those positions. And if we really try to be a servant to one another and try to do the best for one another, we will make this place a better place to work at, and we will make it a much better place for our clients in terms of what they expect out of us.
That's fantastic. Very powerful words. Thank you, John. The last thing that I'm just going to throw your way, if you have any closing remarks to leave with our protectors and those watching.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back. You know, we've done a lot of work. First of all, I will always start, end, and say thank you. Thank you for the job that you have done this year. Thank you for the job you've done in past years if you've been with us for that long. And we're building a great company. And you're never going to hear me say we built a great company. We're building a great company because we can get better. Right. I know our management team is spending more and more time. A lot of them have made commitments that they're going to spend time on Thursdays, going out, meeting with each and every one of you as much as they possibly can to get to know you. We're really calling that Engagement Thursday or Engagement Week, where we really want to engage with our employees, not from a role of management and employee, but it's really about coworkers, getting to know each other, getting to know what you like about AWP, getting to know where we can improve in AWP, taking those suggestions and trying to be a better manager, trying to be a better supervisor, and hopefully each and every one of us trying to be better teammates to one another. I think that's the message that we want to take, and I think that's what will build a great company. We can do a lot of the mechanics of a great company and, you know, buy the right equipment, buy the right uniforms, be timely in terms of scheduling, but there's still a big human part of being a great company, and that's respecting one another. Don't necessarily think that we all have to get along and be best friends. That would be nice, but more importantly is respecting one another so that we do the best for each other and do the best for ourselves. Ultimately, that takes care of the customer. When the customer sees each one of our protectors actively engaged in working that work zone, they leave with a great peace of mind and more importantly, a willingness to call us the next day and ask us to come back and work for them again. And that's what we're all about.
Thank you, John. Appreciate your time and
Thank
being
you,
here
ma'am.
tonight. Again, thank you all for joining us. Be sure to look out for our new Tailgate Talks, which are coming in September. And our next talk with John will be in December 2017. You won't want to miss it. Have a great night and be safe.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.